Hey, it's Superhero Figs. We're going to be taking a look at the Avengers Endgame Thanos armored build-a-figure. We're going to review all in this video, and we got a little bonus. We got an extra. Why not? We'll throw Loki and Corvus in here, because Corvus, we're going to need him. Once we get that Thanos all put together and assembled, we will need him to bring everybody together. Now, with Ebony Maw right here, we're getting one of the legs. I think it's the right. Oh, no, it's the left. So Ebony's going to get the left leg. Here's the back. I want to show you the art piece on all of them first, and then we'll get him out of the package. We got Living Laser over here with the torso, and it looks like he's coming with some living lasers. The character, I do like the overall look. It's using like a translucent plastic on the back right here. It's giving you the breakdown. It's going to show you that Ronin, you're going to need the left arm. For Ebony Maw, we're going to need the leg. And you know what? We'll go through with it as we go with it, because right here, Nighthawk, it looks like he's going to get that massive Thanos weapon right there. Check that out, dude. I mean, that's actually a lot taller than your standard traditional Marvel Legends figure. So you know that's got to be doing some kind of damage. Now, Hercules, he's coming with the scan right there on the back. We have seen Hercules. We've seen a release. I think it might have been in the Toy Biz days, maybe even Hasbro, but we have seen Hercules in the past. This one, it is an upgrade. There is no doubt that this one right here, it's an upgrade from that. And then we got Citizen V right here with the other leg, which should be the right. And then we got Ronin, quite possibly my favorite one from the set, apart from Ebony. Because, I mean, right here, you need him, right? To bring the whole group together, we need him. But that outfit, though, man, that is looking sick. On the back right there, you can see the man in the mask. Well, you can only see his eyes, but nonetheless, you can see what it's all about. So we get all these out and fully reviewed. You know what? I think and I'm sure this is what most of you guys want to see. You guys want to see that Thanos put together first, so we'll do that. So let's get them all out of the package. It's time to assemble Thanos. Here's the torso. Torso goes with the right leg. No, that's the left leg, bro. Goes with the left leg, and then we got to put in the right leg, get both legs, because in order to have him stand, how's the man going to stand? If you don't put both legs in there, how is Thanos supposed to stand? So there it is. There's most of it, about 80%. No, not even, bro, like 60% complete. Left arm, right arm. Where's the head? Now, Thanos is a threat, right? We know that he's one of the strongest, actually the strongest out there. But when it comes to him being armored, dude, just think of the destruction that this man is gonna do in the upcoming movie. Those trailers that they've shown so far, oh dude, it's got me hyped. And the figure right here, it just turned it up a notch right here. This thing is fully armored, fully loaded. He's got all the stones. Here's that massive weapon. I'll show you the accessory right here that he is coming with. As you can see, there is some really good line work on both ends of whichever side you want to look at. You're going to see the same design carrying throughout the entire piece. Even on the handle, you can see that right there on the handle. You can see where he's going to be able to grasp it and secure it from destruction, man. Like, everyone's going to be coming at him, but he's just going to be pulling like a full-on onslaught, man. He's going to do like a full 360, like Captain America, Thor, like left and right. Thor or nobody. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Thor will create something, or maybe they will all come together, because that's what the Avengers are, right? They have to come together to destroy this powerful being. Now, I'm going to go full in-depth detail with this, because I want to show you what Hasbro has done here. Up top, right there, this is looking similar to that 2-pack release, the one that as the first they had to build a figure, and that's really the only comparison that I can do, because that's the only one that I have. But he kind of has almost that same expression where the man is showing the teeth, the eyes right there, all the wrinkles, the helmet. It doesn't come off. It is just all, one piece right there. I mean, if you really wanted to come off, I'm sure you could, but then you just kind of be tampering as to what Hasbro was going with. But, I mean, you're not going to need it off, man. I mean, you could maybe do like a head swap. I don't know. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Why not? I think the head should pop off pretty easy. We're going to pop it off and find out how he looks. Now, the skin tone is going to be slightly different, because from what I'm seeing right here on this one, this is more of a darker bluish purple as opposed to what you're seeing right here. I guess with the armor, you really can't tell the difference. I mean, you really have to be looking at the figure to find out how it looks, but it still looks cool, though. I mean, it does work. It all depends on the lighting, too. I mean, if you want to mess around with the lighting and get creative with it, I'm sure you can do so. Now, because it is armored, I'm telling you this right now, this one is going to stand slightly taller than the original. I mean, it's just going to give it just a slight, not all that much. It's not going to be dramatic to where it's going to really be clashing with the accuracy. But as you can see right there, height comparison, He's standing slightly taller than his non-armored versions. Which one do I prefer? Come on, is that really a question? I don't think that is, but I'm going to tell you, yeah, armored, hands down. I mean, check out the chest piece right there. You can see the chest piece, like the line work that you saw right there in the helmet. It's carrying throughout the chest piece, the torso area. You can see the part of the rib cage right there, what's kind of keeping him protected from all those hits, battles, and bruises. Yeah, this man, he's ready. I'm telling you. You will never be ready quite like Thanos in the way that they have him right here in figure form. The thighs right there. I like how it's combined right there with the inside of it. And then, carrying with the actual armored piece right there by the boots and the feet. Dude, this thing is looking lit, man. I really, really like the overall fit and finish of this. And there is shading too throughout the entire figure. Like when it comes to the bronze finish right there, you can see some slight shading right there on the back. It's more pronounced by the belt waist area than on the rest of the figure. But regardless, bro, dude, it's all there. All the points of articulation. Just because he's armored doesn't mean the man can't be articulated. What's going on, man? Why are you popping off on me, dude? So the arms, they go out that far. It doesn't have the bicep swivel, but it does still carry the articulation right there at the elbow. You can bend it in that much, and you can go about yay far. I mean, he can pull like a double jointed move. If you really want to get double jointed craziness with Thanos, you can do so. I don't think he is double jointed, but if you really want him to, it's gonna. Now for the wrist articulation right here, it does you can do a full 360 on it. You can bring it up and down, but if you look at the joint right there, the way that you're going to be able to, actually you can't bend it that much because of the gauntlets right there. So that is going to interfere with some of the wrist articulation. For the waist, you're getting a pretty good bend forward. I mean, just as much as the regular non-art. Actually, slightly more. I'm seeing a little bit more articulation with the torso on this one as opposed to the non-armored. We are getting, is it waist? No, there is no waist swivel. There is actually zero waist swivel. I'm messing around with it. The only thing that's happening is that the legs are popping off. But you are getting some articulation right here at the thigh. Goes forward about yay much, and it will go back slightly, not all that much. There is upper thigh swivel right here, so you can get that full bend, and you're getting double jointed knees right there. For the ankles, you can go forward, back, and really, yeah, nothing for side to side. I mean, you can go inwards and outwards, but you can't pivot, the actual ankle area right there. Great, solid looking figure. There are some minor things when it comes to the waist articulation that are bothering me. I mean, I guess you could use the upper thigh to kind of get him that pose that you want to do. But yeah, I mean, mine doesn't do it. Unless if mine is broken, it doesn't have it. Still a nice piece, though. I'm going to tell you this. I highly recommend this Build-A-Figure. This is 2019's potential Build-A-Figure of the year. I mean, just look at this. Like, you look at both. I mean, this one was great, for the time. But when it comes to this one, dude, there's just so much more. Especially when it comes to, the stones right there. You can see the bronze finish. It's continuing throughout the entire piece of the figure, man. That is awesome. Really like that crisscross pattern that you're seeing right there by the upper wrist area. This thing is looking just incredible, you guys. The knuckles, look at that, dude. If you get struck, if you get hit by Thanos right there, you ain't coming back. I mean, you might, but you might come in different form because the man is going to bend you and fold you in more ways that you know. Great figure, though. Giving this a solid 11. That's 11 out of 10 too, by the way. So highly recommend this figure. Now we need Ebony over here, man. We need one more, and then we'll get all four of them all gathered up. You know what? Might as well do it right now, because now that we have him out, we can do a quick side-by-side comparison with the rest. As you can see, they're all pretty much at scale. This is the one from the first wave. I think it was actually this Build-A-Figure. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to go back and double check. There's just been so many Legend waves put out as of late. It's kind of hard to keep and track of as to what all came with. Now, this one did come with an accessory, and I just dropped it. Regardless, I do like the side-by-side height comparison right there. With Ebony, the expression that you're seeing right here, that is on point, man. The eyes, the forehead, all those wrinkles by the ears, the back piece right there. You can see the little man's mullet just chilling and hanging out right there. Wow, dude, this is awesome. And it is two different kinds of grays up top. It's more of a lighter gray, and then over by the face area, it kind of has a slightly darker gray. The rest of the armored suit right there, the only really color that you're going to see with this figure, it's going to be by the neck area, carrying down all the way down by the abdominal by the abdominal area right there. So it's going to be like a gold finish right there. And it does carry throughout the back of the neck right there. As you can see, just a really nice fit and finish. How they did all the line work on the full armor, bro. The articulation on this one, you can see that you're going to get some pretty good bends with it right there. Before I do cover that, I want to show you the rest of the figure right there. This kind of like that Seth Rollins, like Game of Thrones. Like, if you guys watch Game of Thrones, that style right there that you're seeing with like the full armor, because what you're seeing on the thighs, you're getting it by the arm area as well. So it's like a tiny polka dot. Well, not polka dot. Get out of here. It's like a tiny crisscross pattern right there, kind of similar to what we saw with one of the characters from Game of Thrones, except right there by the thigh. This thing is cool, man. I like it. I like the boots right there. Some really nice looking boots. That hands, look at that. That hand, he's got that hand posed just right, man, because if he's going to be moving stuff around, you want to make sure that you have that ability, and you definitely can. This figure right here, I'm picking up right off the get-go, before even getting into the articulation, that you can get a lot of great poses. Arms go out that far, upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees that bend in all the way, like if the man wants to take a quick break, right? He'll be ready, bro. Check that out. That is some serious articulation right there at the elbows. For the wrist area, they do go full 360. They bend it inwards, outwards. I mean, just full blown out, man. Like, really the only thing that this figure, and I know Marvel Legends doesn't do this. They used to back in the Toy Biz days where they had articulated fingers. That's really the only thing that this figure is missing. Now, going back to the waist area right here, you're getting the ab crunch going that far forward, that far back. And it does almost look like it has additional, ab crunch, but it doesn't. I think that right there was just the way that the figure was brought together. For the waist, there is no waist on this one either, which is confusing. I mean, I guess right here by the upper abdominal area, you can consider that, but it's normally, with any other figure, like we'll look at in just a sec, you'll have waist swivel going right across right there by the torso crotch area. So for the legs right here, go out this far forward, that far back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. They are a little bit rough. You're going to have to break them in for sure, but you can see that you're getting some great posability with this. For the boots right there, nothing on the boots, calves. Yeah, actually, there is no ankle. Yeah, there's no ankle movement. This does not rotate at all. It's all just the one piece, but you are getting the ankle pivot that goes out quite a bit. Forward, back, side to side. So very, very articulated figure. You're getting a 9 for me for sure, sir. Really, this figure is just, this was the one figure that, like, had they just released this individually, like, had this been the figure that would have been the extra, which is Captain America, that's the only one that I don't have in this video, that would have been a pickup for me for sure. So now that we have those two, and now that we got all three, there's still one more. I told you, when I said that I was going to throw him in the middle, we are throwing Corvus right in the middle of the video. Here is Corvus, part of the 2-pack right there with Loki. I want to show you Corvus because I'm sure if anybody's going to pick this up, a lot of people have Loki already, and I know, there's a lot of collectors out there that once you have that certain character, you're good with picking up the second series. So I want to definitely cover this one because this is going to be the first time in the line for him. Really great looking sculpt on all of them, dude. I think they just really capitalized on the characteristics and overall look of the actual character itself, man. Look at the chest piece, dude. It's cool how they have all that wave crisscross right there going throughout right there on the left. Not much on the right. As you can see, it's kind of almost like like when you put on a scarf, you're going to have more of the actual scarf on one end. That's kind of what he does over there. That's what Corvus, that's his style, that's his look. So what they wanted to do is that they wanted to make sure that they captured it all right there. How do they do this, man? Like, this is up there with, what is it? Those big expensive toy companies like, I'm drawing a blank right now. But Marvel Legends, man, for the price point, the paint deco, the Storm Collectibles, there you go. Like, this is Storm Collectibles paint quality right there at its best, man. Like, wow, that's sick, man. That is so amazing. Right there on the inside of the abdominal area, you can see the rest of the gold carrying throughout this area as well as the belt. Now, the belt piece right here, it's all one piece connecting to the back right there. Once you do lift that up, and it is pretty, like, you can move it around. It's not a hard plastic. You can move it all around, and as you can see, the design that you saw on the outside, it's slightly similar, but different in its own way. The paint deco does stop. Once it gets up to the back area, it just cuts off right there, but still pretty solid, man. The legs right here, let me show you the legs. This one, another very strong posable figure, dude. You can get very creative with all the poses, double jointed knees. There is no calf rotation on this one either, but there is pretty good ankle pivot on the legs. Again, go out that far. Look how far forward, man. That's like some Spidey action. That's like something you would see with the man, that likes to climb them walls, that likes to get crazy over there in New York. I mean, these guys, yeah, they got crazy over in New York. They actually destroyed a good portion of it when they came in and attacked everybody. There is waist swivel on this one. I can tell you right now that you're getting some full 360 waist swivel. Abdominal area crunch is pretty well forward. The ab crunch goes. Well, look how far back it goes. It's actually going pretty far back, and you're even getting like the side to side movement, like quite a bit, man. It's pretty dramatic. So obviously, as you can see, this piece right here, it is going to interfere with the shoulder. So the right one is going to get the most motion. You can go out and I mean, if you were to take this off, obviously you'd be able to go out just as far. Double jointed elbows that are very similar. Oh, did mine break? Hold up. No, dude, that's just the articulation for a second there, just because of how far inwards. Look at this, you guys. That is crazy. How? Like the articulation, man, really stepping it up right there on the wrists. You can see that we are getting a full rotation on that. The scan, it doesn't go, as you can see right there, how the cape right there, it's kind of like molded on. It's going to interfere with it going up and forward. So, yeah, you're not getting all that much right there by the neck area. But regardless, man, you're still getting that full 360. Solid, bro. I mean, all of these figures, like the full squad right here, let's back up some of these guys, because once you bring all four of them together, man, this thing is looking clean. And when I'm saying clean, I'm talking about clean. Like Mr. Clean. Here's all four of them. There you go, dude. That's sick. Hold on, you're missing one, Hero Fakes. We got one more. We got another Build-A-Figure, rightfully so. Look at the giant right there. That's where he stands alongside with the rest, and that is height accurate. From what I recall, at least the very first Avengers movie, this dude, you know what, kind of think of it, he was slightly bigger than what you're seeing right here, but I really can't complain, man. I really like the attention to detail that they paid on all four of these, five, including the Build-A-Figure. Come on, man, you slacking, but really clean, man. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I need to ease up. I am loving bringing all these four together. This was the mission. This was Hasbro's mission when they put all these together. Now, Loki right here, as you can see, the piece, it is kind of missing, like, it is, look, it's a translucent plastic, so it does actually look like the actual, like, that's actually, what's inside there is one of his stones, but I feel like there should be, like, a little something extra inside there. It's just a solid blue, so really nothing grand. Loki, I didn't pick up his last lead, not lead, what am I talking about? His last figure. But the scan right here, it's looking quite similar to a lot of them. And the expression hasn't really changed on Loki. It might be different. I want you guys to leave it in the comment section. Let me know, because I never got a chance to pick that one up. But great. I mean, I do see Loki right there for sure. This one has to be one of my least favorites. I think one of my favorite Lokis, it has to be the one that had like the giant horns. I think that one right there truly reflected the character, like when they were trying to portray it from like the transferring from the comics to the actual movie version. Obviously a lot of differences, as you can see right here with Loki. The green, you are getting two different kinds of greens. The shoulders, they are a lighter as opposed to like the gauntlets by the wrist area right here. It's like a darker green. So I can see, at least on no, they're both the same color. Yeah, it's a lighter green right there on the shoulders. On the rest of the jacket right here, the way that they did the jacket, so it's not a jacket. Well, it is like a jacket. Yeah, I'm going to call it a jacket, bro, because that's kind of what it's coming, to mind when I see this piece. The way that they did it, it's like a two-piece, as you can see right there by the waist there. It almost looks like a belt. The rest of the figure right there, great figure. I'm not bashing on it, but again, once you already, like for me at least, I'm sure other collectors will hate me for this, but I'm good with having multiple Lokis. Like if I'm going to have any character that's going to be multiple of, it's got to be one of my favorites, and Loki just doesn't fit that category. The green that you saw on the upper area right here, you're seeing it right there on the thighs right there. Really nice fit and finish on the boots as well. You're getting some gold accents right there by the buckles where it all comes to. Articulation, I'll go over that with you. Arms go about this far. You're getting a pretty good ab crunch. and it looks kind of funky. What's going on? Look at that, man. So part of it, as you can see, it goes forward so much that it just kind of looks wonky on the back, and it goes far back quite a bit. I mean, the man, if they're gonna break the man's back, they want to make sure that they can capture that in figure form. It does have waist swivel right there. The legs go up pretty good, about that much. That far back, not all. Yeah, you're getting pretty good, man. Another great I think just this full series, man. I don't know what it is, but I feel like what they're doing, like with these new sculpts, and I know some of these aren't new, but they're just really increasing the articulation on these figures. Double jointed knees go out that far back. The ankles, nothing with the ankle. Oh yeah, hold up. This one does have ankle plate. Good. I was about to say, man, what is going on? Why does this not have the ankle pivot? When you move it forward, it goes pretty good forward, pretty good back. So some great poses that you can get with them. Now, the one accessory that I forgot to cover that does come with this 2-pack right here for Corvus, it's going to be a sphere right there. Look at that 2-piece set right there, the gold by the end, and then like the silver / bronze right there in the middle. Great looking piece, dude. This figure, I mean, it continued throughout even the weapon itself. So, and it does go on there. It's supposed to go, I mean, you could put it on either or. I think he normally carries it with his right. Most characters do. You can see that the handle right there, it'll sit flush in there. So whichever way you want to have it, whether it's this side or that side or both, right? Because I think, it's one of the ways that he's used it. Actually, that's the only way that he has used it. But look at that, dude. That's cool. So the weapon really just makes this character. Now the rest right here, we're going to cover Living Laser. Living Laser right here, not a very popular character, but still cool to get in figure form right there. Translucent plastic. It's looking kind of strange right there by the upper thighs. You can see the mechanics of it all right there. I mean, if it's translucent, I get it. The upper area right here, I like how it fades out with the white. If you look at right there by the 6-pack, you can see that like the fading right there. It fades out really, really cool, man. The arms, it's looking different. It looks like it's kind of clashing, as you can see right there by the laser bicep area. It's like a pronounced white as opposed to like kind of like a faded white that you saw with the chest piece. So multiple kind of whites, very strange look and design to it all. I'm assuming like one thing that they were trying to do, if possible, trying to kind of make it all consistent, but you're not getting consistency with this figure. The accessories that you are getting with it, you can see that you're getting some lasers right there. So you can put them, you can slide them right on there, man. Like they should be able to stay on there pretty well. So if you want to pose them with it, you should have no issues with that. Now the mask right here, it is a pretty cool looking mask. Like the way that I know that this is how the character is, but it looks kind of, it looks funny, man. Like how high it is right there. I do like the purple finish right inside the or not the helmet, but the actual face part right there. Up top right there, you can see the black outline that you're seeing up by the forehead area. It's right up here, up top, and then it works all the way down by the actual chest area. The shoulders right there, you can see that the kind of same design that we saw right there with the face. You're kind of seeing it with the shoulders as well. Articulation on this one, before I do, I want to show you this. Here's a little extra piece right there you're seeing on the wrist area. You can get them this far outwards with the shoulders, upper thigh swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist articulation, full 360, abdominal crunch, pretty good far forward, pretty good back. You're getting the upper waist swivel right there. They do go forward about that much, that far back, upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. You are getting calf rotation with this one. Just be careful because mine seems to be like if I force it any further, it's definitely going to snap. So heat it up a little bit and you should have no issues. And you're getting the ankle articulation. Now the Hercules one, this one, it's got to be my third favorite one from the series right here. That first one, man, I'm telling you, it was just a fail off the get-go. You can see that this one, they really just went ahead and went above and beyond to making sure they were going to make Hercules again. He was going to come out right. You're getting some really nice greens right there. You're getting that look right there of the animal. Look at that. That's cool. And then it's all broken up throughout the, like, by the mouth area. It's a really cool piece that brings it all together, man. All the pockets right there. Like, this guy is ready. He is always ready for war. Now, he is coming with 2 accessories. He's coming with a medieval time style of sword right there. Really no shading to it. It's just a solid gold and a solid silver right there for the actual blade. But but you are getting some battle scars right there, some battle wounds all throughout the entire sword on both ends of it. Pretty cool piece, man. Like, the thing too, though, oh, hold up, it does come with interchangeable hands, so you know, if you're going to be holding it, you're going to be good, because both of them, the ones that are already on the figure are pre-fisted, but the ones that you can interchange it will be the ones that you'll be able to actually hold the accessory piece. Right there, we're getting a 3-sided blade right there, full blown out medieval with the wrapping around by the handle area, getting another like a 2-color finish, no shading much. There is a tiny bit right there by the tip area, but it's really not all that pronounced to where it kind of makes it dramatic. Now, Hercules, the figure itself right here, you can see that the hair, man, that little piece up top, yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like the waves. I like the look. I like the expression that he's giving you with the full-on beard, getting the solid blue eyes. Head does go pretty good far forward. It doesn't go all, no, it does. Hold on. You just kind of have to, again, some of these figures, man, they come a little bit tight out of package. Shoulders go out quite a bit. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows for the wrist articulation. You're getting the full 360. You are getting some gold gauntlets right there with some added design on the outside, and really not much by the inside. So pretty nice piece, man. Really cool. The pants brown, legs go out that far forward. The ab crunch that far forward, that far back. You are going to have some interference with it because of the actual piece right there. And there are some slots right there to where you can actually insert your weapons. I think the sword should go on this side, and then the other one should go on that side, based on how it's, how they were molded and sculpted on. And they do stay on there pretty well. You should have no issues with them falling out, but you're getting like that TNMT style of sword holding right there with the backpack area. Now, going back to the articulation, that far forward, that far back, upper thigh cut right there, the brown, really light brown on the inside, dark brown on the outside, and then the knees, you're getting like the same dark gray that you saw right there by the belt area. Boots, really detailed boots, man. I'm seeing multiple just overall designs on the inside and outside of this boot. The double jointed knees do go that far back. And then for the ankles right there, there is ankle pivot. Good. And they go forward pretty well and that much back. Great figure, man. I'm going to give this one a solid 8, man. I just feel like had it had a little bit more shading on the actual, and I get it, some of these characters do require more towards the actual budget when it comes to these figures. Right here, we have Citizen V. He's getting that patriotic look right there with the shoulder pieces. The cape right there, it's pretty cool looking cape. It's not flexible. It's pre-post to only one side. So if you're going to get, all blown out and creative, I mean, you could, but it's only going to be, again, one-sided just because of the way that the cape was molded on right there. So great. I mean, not much to this figure. I feel like both of these kind of are just thrown in there. I think for a lot of these people that are going to pick up this series, it's got to be for the Build-A-Figure. Some of these characters are just kind of like, you would have to really just be full in depth with the whole Marvel Legends line. This is kind of one of those characters, man. Like the blue right there, it's just, there's no shading. It's your traditional Marvel Legends mold right there, your Bucky Cap mold. The upper thigh or the upper bicep swivel, you can turn it inwards and outwards pretty well. The elbows, I mean, yeah, you can bring them in pretty good, but you're not, again, just because of the cape, it's going to interfere with a lot of the articulation. The face, there's really not much to cover with the face just because of the look of the character. It's just a very simple blend, but hands down my least favorite for sure. I think this one might be my least favorite one from the set. The ab crunch does go pretty good far forward. Upper, it does have the waist articulation right there. Really, the only paint deco that you're going to be getting is with the belt and the wrists right there, how it kind of has like a dark shading on that red right there. For the legs, they go that much forward, that far back because of the cape. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. You are getting calf rotation right there, and no ankle pivot on this one either. Hold up, is there? Hold on, I think yeah, there is, but it's very, very minimal. So definitely my least favorite one. It's just not a lot of detail. Kind of goes the same for this one, man. And the cape on this one, it's kind of wonky, and I know that's how it's supposed to be, but it just looks weird, bro. I mean, it's it's strange. It's just a strange, interesting looking cap. Like, is there always wind blowing underneath the man to where it's always slightly elevated above his shoulders? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. It's just, again, a character I'm not very familiar with, so I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate in the comment section, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that I'm telling you, it's going to be for that Build-A-Figure series. I do like the claws. I like how they did the claws right there. You can see that they're fairly thick, so if you're worrying if they're going to bend on you or just look funky, they shouldn't. I think how the claws turned out are pretty solid. There is no shading on the orange either, and it is a slightly different orange from the actual chest piece as to what you're seeing right there with the wrists. Same mold or same body mold that we saw with this one right here for Citizen V. It's just, you know, a different color. So I won't get all crazy with the articulation because they're literally sharing the exact same mold. The boots right here, that's really the only difference that you're seeing right there. Obviously, this doesn't have a belt, but the scan right here, there is more detail on this one for sure. You can see that you're getting like those dark gray eyes right there. My nose on mine kind of looks like the dude got punched by Thanos and the nose just never recovered from it. So there is some wonkiness going on with the nose on mine. I don't know if that's how they were produced or if that's the way that they actually had made the fit, or if that's the way that just mine came out. Now right here, I think Ronin, this one is standing out. This one is standing out for sure, man. Like, this is crossbow. Oh, jeez, man, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. Come on, this is kind of like the character that he had changed after. God, someone please drop it in the. I can't believe this is happening, bro. This is what happens when you do it all on the fly. Still, great, you know, comeback with this character. There are some accessories with this one. As you can see, this one right here, he's coming with 2 swords, and there is a port for both of them. One thing that you're going to have to do, you're going to have to go based off which side you want to do. Oh, you can, actually, you know what? I think you can fit both. So I think one might go underneath, and then the other one might have to go, yeah, like vice versa. I don't think you put it in there both at the same time. You got to have to play around with it for them to come together like that. That's sick, man. So, like, if you're getting that full-on ninja move, you know, and you're getting all your blades and your weapons out, like this guy right here, he's on the clutch. Look at that. They're already on the actual hand. I like how they did that. I think this piece could have been more translucent because it almost looks identical to the actual, like, accessory pieces that are on it. So I think had this been more translucent, I think it would have looked a lot better, but still cool that they threw that in there. The gold right there, I like the gold on the inside of the glove. The gold on the actual, like, the entire figure, man, that's cool. And you know, most of the times that you see figures with an actual hood, it looks weird how it sometimes is slightly elevated. Not with this one. I think this one right here, the way that it was just molded onto the actual, like, jacket piece, dude, it looks like natural right there. It looks organic, very fluid. The shoulders right there, that is awesome. This figure, man, wow. Yeah, third, maybe even second favorite from the set right there. The strap right there that you see on the going by the chest piece, it is a separate piece, you know, in and of itself. When you do take the swords out, you're going to get the same design and look on both, but I'll still show you both regardless. I think both of them, no, one of them is slightly bigger. As you can see, this one right here, it's slightly about, I don't know, half an inch bigger than the other one. But regardless though, man, both same style of designs on the actual blade and the handle, both sided as well. So nice looking accessories right there. Now you can remove it when you do take it off. You can see the man underneath the man, the eyes. Look at those mysterious eyes that Ronin is bringing to the figure review area, dude. Sick, man. Jacket right there. And getting some really good, like, design, like texture design right there on the inside of the jacket. So many zippers, dude. There are so many zippers throughout this entire figure. Wrists right there. Nice little gold piece, or nice little accents of the gold that we saw with the rest of the figure right there. And the gold stops up until it gets down by the knees and by the boots right there. So pretty clean, man. Really, really awesome. Hawkeye. It just happened to me. It just landed. It took this far. And my bad, you guys. Hawkeye. Come on, Hero Face. You serious, bro? Here's another little knife right here by his calf, but it's non-removable. It's kind of just molded onto the plastic. Kind of like what they've done with previous figures right there. Now, for the articulation, as you can see, the shoulders, they go out this far. this far out, about yeah, we're getting upper thigh swivel right there, double jointed elbows where she can bend pretty good, man. Really good articulation right there. For the wrists, you can do a full 360. The ab crunch, it's gonna, yeah, you can see that it's gonna clash because of the jacket. I mean, you could remove, I think you might be able to. I think one thing you might be able to do is remove the jacket and, you know, just get more articulation out of the figure. But if you want the true look of it, man, it's got to be with the jacket. Legs go out that far out, this much forward, upper thigh swivel right there, double jointed elbows, the calves right there. There is no calf rotation. So really only rotation that you're going to get, it's going to have to happen right there by the upper thigh. The boots right there, they go this much forward, that far back, and you are getting ankle pivot. Yeah, second favorite. So I'm going to have to go right here with Ebony Maw for sure, ranked number 1. Number 2, it's gonna have to be Ronin, man. This figure just looks so mysterious, so ready for all the action that superhero figs is gonna bring to you. Again, some really cool accessories, removable little headpiece right there, the hood. So yeah, definitely second. Third, I gotta give it to Hercules. I was really stoked when I heard that we were gonna hear, or that we were gonna get another Hercules on the wave. Next, I gotta give it to, I don't know, it's a clash between Living Laser and Nighthawk. I think this one right here, it's great. But just some things that really stood out to me where it was just a very bland figure. And hands down, the bottom of the list right here, it's going to have to be with Citizen V. But for these right here, for the Avengers 2-pack, Loki, obviously it's going to fall last. Really non-high demand. One thing I noticed about eBay is that a lot of these ones right here